CCIW play, and one of the most special days at the Shirk Center is the second-ranked Illinois Wesleyan Titans take on the 9-8 Wheaton Thunder in the Pink Zone game. I'm Matt Sossler alongside Brittany Carper. Brittany, this is a game that carries a lot of weight, both on and off the floor. Starting with between the lines, this is the second time in 3 weeks that these teams have seen each other. How do you approach that, given the quick turnaround?
Yeah, I think you go back, look at film, see kind of what you did well.
Nice move there from Richmond. That is
great. The Titans didn't shoot great when they played up at Wheaton, so I'm sure that'll be a point of emphasis. And, if you're Wheaton, you're happy holding them under 60 and maybe a little bit more efficient offensively for them.
That's exactly what happened the last time these two teams met up at King Arena just 3 weeks ago. To the date, it was more of the Wheaton style of play. It was a close game through the first 3 quarters, and then the Titans broke it open in the fourth.
Yeah, the defense got to them. That's what they've kind of hung their hat on all year, the Titans have. And, they held them to 20% shooting in the fourth quarter and were able to really put the game away there. And, that's kind of what a veteran team does on the road, is find a way to win.
The biggest point of emphasis in that ball game, it was second chance points and total rebounds. The Titans out-rebounded the Thunder 52-36. And even though Illinois Wesleyan wasn't fantastic with second chance points, just 10-3 in that margin, Coach Smith talked about it post-game on how those second chance opportunities at least killed some clock, gave them extra possessions, and denied Wheaton the opportunity to score the basketball.
Absolutely. You're thrilled if you have 20 offensive rebounds, 9 more shot attempts than your opponent on a night you're not shooting well. So, like Coach Smith touched on, those extra opportunities, eating some clock in a close game always helps.
It's the start of the second round through the CCIW. Before we get underway, let's take a look at the CCIW standings exiting the first half of the regular season. The Titans are all alone at the top in first place. However, you take a look at Carroll right behind, just a game back, so that means that the Pioneers still control their own destiny. They'll come down to Shirk Center in just a couple of weeks, and then after that, there's some space outside the top two.
Yeah, you saw some separation there, over the last couple weeks. I think, the Titans and Carroll have definitely separated themselves. But then you look down in that middle pack, that's a battle. And when only the top 6 teams go, this game is really important for Wheaton to get the second half started right for them. But, if you're the Titans, you're obviously looking to continue your momentum from the first half.
The Thunder tied with Milliken for that 4th spot. Again, tiebreakers have active holders. However, given that each team still has to play the back end of conference play, those tiebreakers can be erased on any given night. So it's important, like you alluded to, Brittany, you just got to check the box off and then keep on going into the next game. The Titans, after today, will have a bye on Wednesday, and it's a critical juncture for the Titans to have that bye. We'll be joined by assistant coach Brian Erisman coming up right after this to discuss some of the depth for Illinois Wesleyan when we come back on IWSports.com.
OSF Healthcare Cardiovascular Institute has been named one of the top hospital systems in the country for heart care. This prestigious award by the American College of Cardiology comes from our commitment to providing the highest quality of care, from general cardiology to complex surgeries and the latest technology. Nationally recognized heart care right here. OSF Healthcare Cardiovascular Institute.
Back at Shirk Center, Matt Sossler, Brittany Carper alongside assistant coach Brian Erisman. Coach, another Saturday at Shirk. This one, not just another Saturday. It carries a lot more weight with it being the Pink Zone and the alumni game. Before we dive into X's and O's of the Thunder, talk about the atmosphere that's anticipated for this game, the meaning behind Pink Zone.
Yeah, we anticipate a really good, strong crowd. Like you said, I already see some alums waving as I walked over here, so that was a lot of fun. And then the Pink Zone is it's special to every program that does it in an event, because we're all, like I said before, affected by cancer, either personally, our family, or friends. But having our head coach, Coach Smith, go through that, I think it means a little bit more. So really, it's a special day for her. The players always decorate her office in the morning, so that already gets the waterworks going for her. So we talk about digging a little bit deeper today than even when you think you're a little bit more tired.
Speaking of digging a little deeper, for the first time this season, depth is starting to become an issue. It's at that time of the year where players start to feel any sort of injury, health, whatever you name it. How is that going to be a factor heading into this game when you could be limited in some spots?
Yeah, I think, teams sometimes shorten their rotations throughout the season. That's kind of the normal flow. Ours is probably always going to remain about the same. We always have 9 or 10 players ready, but the way we play, it's a little bit different too. So we are going to be, without Laura Malum for today, one of our, first players off the bench. I think, they've gone through things before. Last year we lost Ava Bardick and Lauren Huber right before the Carroll game. Literally, Lauren Huber was on the floor, not sure if she was going to play or not until the tip. And we dug deep and got it done. So it's not really something we're going to even think about.
Shifting the attention to Wheaton, it's the second time you've seen them in 3 weeks. How does that change your attack heading into this ball game?
Gives us great film to look at, especially for when we press. We can look at what they did to break the press, how they were effective, how they guarded us on certain sets. So it's a little bit more concrete than trying to guess how we think they would. Again, they could change, but we're going to adjust a little bit and make them change if they're going to do that. So just easier to compare.
They were effective against Wesleyan for the first 3 quarters up at King Arena. What were some adjustments you made in practice, whether it be over the last 3 weeks or over the last 2 days, to try and be sure that you distance themselves a little earlier?
Well, it helps to make a layup, doesn't it? I think we practiced some of that. We missed a lot of layups, and we looked on film. We had some good sets. We put in some new sets that week. We got some really good looks. We just didn't capitalize early on. So hopefully we can do that early. Gives ourselves a little bit of a cushion. But, no, again, it's like reviewing the press, maybe some adjustments with that. But, no, it's our same pace that we want to play.
Second time against the Thunder, your second scout on Wheaton.
Yeah, 2 very good players in Annika Richardson and Kate Oliver. Kate Oliver is one of the most talented players in the league, regardless of scoring or stats. I just think how she plays, she's smooth, can really score the ball. And Annika Richardson didn't have a great game against Augie, but has been shooting the ball much better since the last time we played as well. So 2 very tough players, and when you can build around that and others that, keep getting better. Alyssa Fabrowski's a quick point guard. She did a great job against our press. So motion-based team. So it's a little bit harder to scout sometimes. You can't say they're going to do this, this, and this. Just give more principles.
Your keys to go 9-0 and get a win on Pink Zone.
Yeah, we talked about the pace. Wheaton lulled us to sleep a little bit. Last time I thought even in our half court, when we were closing out, it was like we were walking. We showed some clips of that too. So, again, maintaining that half court and full court ball pressure is going to be a huge.
Matt Sossler alongside assistant coach Brian Erisman. Coach, good luck today.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Brittany hops back on the headset. Take a look at some players to watch when we come back on IWSports.com.
Go behind the scenes of Titan Athletics with Titan Table Talk, hosted by Tommy Gilbert. With interviews from coaches as well as student athletes, get to know Titan Athletics like never before. A new episode with new guests is posted every Tuesday at 4 p.m. on YouTube, SoundCloud, WESN, and IWSports.com/podcast. Thank you for listening.
back in Bloomington on a balmy Saturday afternoon for this time of year. Matt Sosler alongside Brittany Carper. The Titans about to take on the Wheaton Thunder to kick off the second half of conference play. Brittany, we just heard from Coach Erisman talking about depth. Lauren Malum is out for today. There's a couple of other pieces that might be limited off the bench. We'll dive into those as the game rolls along based on how Coach Smith and Coach Erisman manage the Titan bench. But how do you take into account any illness, injury, and how does it affect the rotation?
I think kind of what Coach Erisman said, as your conference season goes on, your bench shortens a little bit. The way they play, they're still going 9-10 deep. And so I expect any of those players that are kind of in that 9 to 11 spot for them to be ready to go and step up. And, I have no doubt that they definitely will be prepared for that.
Let's take a look at some players to watch, starting out with the Wheaton Thunder. It's their guard, Kate Oliver. Oliver had a dominant showing a couple of years ago in the Shirk Center. Also had a solid day just 3 weeks back against the Titans. Oliver, sort of a dynamic combo guard who could be a big factor early. We'll have to see if she can keep it on late.
Yeah, averages 15 and 7. Was limited to 10 and 5 the first time they, played the Titans. But like Coach Erisman said, she's just a really smooth basketball player. Gets herself to the free throw line, likes to attack the basket. Leads the team with 15 made threes, so she's definitely capable. Can kind of spray the ball around as well. And so, definitely looking forward to her to kind of have a big night to carry them.
She had 19 points in Wheaton's narrow win over Augustana. And for the Titans, we got to go with the player that had a double-double up at King Arena, someone who put up 15 points in the first quarter against Milliken on Wednesday. It's the All-American Lauren Huber.
Yeah, no surprise there. First game had 21 and 15 against Wheaton. And, Lauren's just been really good for them all year, averaging, almost 16 and 7.1 rebounds. And she just kind of always seems to have a knack for the basketball, a hard matchup for a lot of teams, and just is really playing at a high level.
We'll take one final timeout before pregame ceremonies, starting lineups, and the opening tap at Titans and Thunder when we come back on IWSports.com.
Why is Illinois Wesleyan the #1 school in Illinois for jobs? Maybe it's because we're the AND University. That's right, A-N-D. And here you can explore the arts and study in a pre-professional program, double major, and play a sport, do an internship, and study abroad. Your opportunities are endless. Set yourself apart with a degree from Illinois Wesleyan.
Berg drives one in the air to center field. This is down for a base hit. The Titans are going to win the ball game. Ethan Berg walks it off, and the Titans storm all the way back with 9 runs in their last 2 innings. They win it tonight, 13-12.
Almost ready for tip-off at the Shirk Center. Matt Sosler alongside Brittany Carper. The Titans are ranked second in the country, a record of 17-0, 8-0 in conference play. The Wheaton Thunder, 9-8 overall, 4-4 in conference. The Thunder coming off of a narrow win, a buzzer-beating win over Augustana, 64-62. However, they were outscored 28-16 downstairs. Illinois Wesleyan, their last contest on Wednesday against the Milliken Big Blue. First time in the last 5 attempts they've defeated Milliken, and first time since 2022 that they took them down at Griswold Center. Lauren Huber, a strong first quarter with 15 points. Mallory Powers, a career day, double-double, set a career high in points. And coming back here to Bloomington for the Pink Zone game, a game that means so much to the team both on and off the court. Teams take the bench, and let's now send it down to public address announcer Ben Alcine for the lineups and anthem.
Good afternoon and welcome to Illinois Wesleyan University Church Center for the annual Pink Zone Contest, featuring the visiting Wheaton College Thunder and your hosts, the Titans of Illinois Wesleyan. Wheaton College is 9-8 on the season, 4-4 in CCIW play. The Thunder are coached by Kent Madsen in his 15th year with 5 conference championships and a record of 275 wins and 107 losses. Illinois Wesleyan enters the contest 17-0 on the season with 8 wins and no losses in conference play. Coaching the Titans in her 27th season with 9 conference titles and a record of 514 wins and 207 losses, Maya Smith. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, Gianna Rosado to sing the national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, Gianna Rosado. Okay. As many of you know, this is a special day with it being the Pink Zone, and at this time, the Titan players are going to give their flowers to Maya Smith. And now let's meet the starters for this afternoon. First, for the Thunder from Wheaton. 5'4", the junior from Lone Tree, Colorado, Alyssa Pavarowski. 5'7", and a freshman from Castaic, California, 13, Lily Caddo. 5'10", and a junior from Falls Church, Virginia, 24, Kate Oliver. 5'11", and a senior from Northfield, Minnesota, 25, Annika Richardson. And a 5'9" junior from Pekin, 30, Grace Kaiser. And a junior from Downers Grove, number 2, Sawyer White. 5'8", and a senior from Lombard, number 5, Lauren Huber. 5'6", and a junior from Lincolnshire, 22, Ava Barnett. 5'10", and a senior from Amboy, 23, Mallory Powers. And a 5'10" senior from Geneva, 24, Kate Palmer.
The starting lineups from the Shirk Center. Matt Sossler alongside Brittany Carper. Brittany, your keys to the game.
For the Thunder, they need to control the tempo. They're way more methodical than the Titans. Actually, the only team to keep the Titans under 60 all year. I know it was in a loss, but that's something they want to hang their hat on. And then they've got a battle on the glass. They gave up 20 offensive rebounds the first time, so definitely need to shore up that. For the Titans, keep being efficient. They were above 50% from the field for the first time since the Carroll game against Milliken, and then apply the pressure. They forced 20 turnovers in the last 4 straight games.
Lauren Huber and Kate Oliver, our 2 players to watch, are the duo in the center circle. The first half of conference play is in the rearview mirror. The road to March begins now. Titans win the tap, and instantly we get a jump ball, and we'll just run it back.
Yeah, you don't see that too often, a jump ball on a jump ball, so.
Wasn't really possession to determine which way the arrow would go. And we're now underway.
Again, Coach Ersman talked, they play a kind of a motion base, so, definitely something it's harder to scout for. We'll see the adjustment they've made since the first time.
Talked about a quick start. Early misfire from the Thunder. Huber one-on-one against Richardson, 2 all-conference selectees from a year ago. Can't give her that lane, she'll make you pay.
Yeah, great drive there by Huber. Spread them out, and we're able to attack the gap there.
Huber, a double-double the last time that these 2 teams met earlier this month. Finished with 19 points against the Thunder, or check that, 19 points against Milliken on Wednesday as Powers is called for the foul.
Yeah, Mallory's just a little late there on that cross-court pass. The Thunder not great with pressure on the year, handling, they turn the ball over quite a bit. So, Wesleyan's going to look to get in them early.
Caddo, an 11th hour inbound. Bartek picks it off.
Good defense there on the recovery from the Titans.
Powers with real estate, you bet.
Something we talked about, you like to see those early threes go down for the Titans. When they're making those, everything opens up for them.
Powers a perfect 3 of 3 from deep on Wednesday. And like you alluded to, Brittany, some havoc passing from the Thunder.
Yeah, they're just not great with it, and they get rushed, and so it takes them a little bit out of their element here, but now they're settled into the front court, but not a lot of time on the shot clock.
10 to shoot. Oliver draws the double. And the 3 ball goes from Grace Kaiser, the Illinois college transfer, shooting just 27% entering today from behind the 3-point line.
Yeah, and that's, Oliver's really good in terms of seeing the floor, and she attracts a lot of attention, so there's a nice give there, and Kaiser made him pay.
3-point defense was a point of emphasis over the last couple of days for Illinois Wesleyan. Gave up 8 threes against the Big Blue. Palmer's pass picked off by Kaiser, getting it done on both sides of the floor.
Yeah, the Thunder are great in the half court, and again, they're really good defensively. They're only allowing, I think, 61.3 on the season. So, when they get into the half court settled, they're hard to score against.
So far, it's been at the pace of the Thunder, under 10 again.
And they're content to, draw out the shot clock here. They're not trying to rush shots. They want to take the best available.
Got to take it there. Thunder 2 for 2, and they have their first lead of the day. Faborowski with the splash.
Faborowski is second on the team and made threes. Definitely capable. She's smaller, so, that's something she's looking to do. She's not going to drive the ball as much.
Typically the narrative at the Shirk Center is that 3-point shooting comes at a rarity. We haven't seen a miss today from deep.
Right, and I think that definitely plays into the Titans' hands early, for their shots to go down. They're a little bit better shooting team than the Thunder.
Titans 2 for 2 from 3-point land, thrown out of bounds, hit off a white last.
Yeah, emergency throw there. The Titans had her trapped on the sideline, good pressure.
Oliver, the Falls Church, Virginia native. Their main creator, and as you can see, he draws three, means someone's open. This three ball from Faborowski. Titans with an opportunity to take advantage, and Bardick can do.
Yeah, really good closeout there by Sawyer White. Forced a long three, and then, Bardick with a great finish.
Lincolnshire native has 5 in the near turnover.
That's a good sign for the Titans. Bardick gets going. I think that definitely helps the rest of the team.
Especially after Wheaton took the lead for just a hair, to have a couple of big shots from your junior.
Yeah, get them back a little bit, Flo, get them a chance to set up their press, and, Wheaton again going to run the clock here.
Huber gets in the lane, knocked out of bounds. Wheaton's reset.
Only 12 on the shot clock here. I think you're probably going to see Oliver look to create again if you're the Thunder.
Faborowski to Richardson under some big trouble. It's out of bounds. Wouldn't have mattered with 3 on the shot clock.
Yeah, they didn't have anywhere to go. Good defense off the high ball screen there from the Titans and forced a good turnover.
The positive for the Thunder is, like you alluded to earlier, they're now in their half court.
Yeah, and they're tough to score against here. So, sometimes the dead ball turnovers are a win if you're a team that's better in the half court defensively.
Bardick thought about it but couldn't get the screen. Backdoor, Powers loses it for a moment. 6 to shoot. Palmer from Chenoa, too much.
Good find there by White. Palmer got the shot off, but again, Thunder are just really good in the half court, forced a tough shot from the Titans.
First 3-point miss for Wesleyan today, and Wheaton was able to get the answer on the other side. Lily Cato.
Really good shot there, and they're 3 for 4, I think, early.
Just inside the line, Palmer too short. Coach Smith talked about it in practice about getting the right shot and not passing up good opportunities. Kaiser.
Yeah, and that's a fine line with the way the Titans play. Sometimes a good shot can be created for a better one.
Huber goes coast to coast, and the Titans yet again expand their lead.
Titans have done a really good job of pushing the ball in transition. Thunder are struggling to get back and matched up, and a nice attack there by Huber.
Faborowski against a double. Picked off by Powers with a 2-on-1. If she hurries, misconnects with Palmer.
Right idea there. Palmer was feeling that left side lane. Faborowski's tiny, so if the Titans are able to get a trap, it's really hard for her to have the vision there. Titans can play the passing lane just like they did there, so look to see a little bit more of that from the Titans.
You mentioned size. We'll have matching substitutions on the other side of this media timeout, coming from 2 of the best coaches in the CCIW, Maya Smith and Kent Madsen, the 2 most winningest coaches amongst active head coaches in the CCIW.
Yeah, they're no stranger to each other. They've played, a ton of games against each other. They're both really well coached, and you're going to see kind of the chess match. Neither one of them are playing checkers, so I think you're going to see different substitutions, and I think you're already seeing adjustments on both sides from their previous matchup.
Taking a look at some leaders for Illinois Wesleyan. Ava Bardick with 5, Huber with 4, Powers with 3. For the Thunder, it's 3 players with 3. Cato, Kaiser, and Faborowski all making 1 3-point field goal. Brittany, what do the Titans need to do to stifle him from deep?
They've been open. I think they're, Oliver's drawing a lot of attention, and then a couple of scrambles. They don't shoot that great a percentage on the year, so you're hoping they kind of cool off. But, make sure you're challenging when they've been there challenging on the line. They've missed. So, just make sure you get a hand up and then really take advantage once you do get the rebound and get out and run. Titans have been great in transition early.
We saw the speed from the jump. Both coaches going with a little more size. Katie Knutson in for Illinois Wesleyan, 6-foot senior. She's countered by Jenna Hunter, 5'11" sophomore out of Piatone for Wheaton. Petra Trumbach also into the ball game, and she gets called for an early over and back.
Yeah, just kind of an unfortunate catch there where she caught it right around the half-court line, had possession still in the front court. So Titans are fortunate, there to receive the turnover. see if they can capitalize here on the offensive end.
Once you establish 1 foot of the ball into the front court, you cannot make any contact behind the line unless there's a touch by the opposition. Bardick again on fire.
Really good read there by Ava Bardick. She curled. Faborowski went under the screen. She popped out, was wide open on the three-point shot. And again, good to see Bardick scoring early here for the Titans.
Just what you want if you're Illinois Wesleyan, a turnover followed by a three-point ball out of the timeout.
Yeah, that's what coaches love to see, capitalize on the hard work on the other end.
Faborowski can't answer. Wise slow down from Bardick. White with room. Gets her own board.
It's a great skip pass there by Powers. White followed her own shot.
Favors returned, but good defense by the Thunder. Gives Huber a lane. She's not missing that.
Yeah, Huber capitalized on the little bit of a scramble there and was able to score at the basket. And now they're able to set up their run and jump here.
Especially with her one-on-one on either side of the lane.
Yeah, she's so good with both hands. That makes her a really special player. She takes advantage of opportunities and mismatches, and when you can finish at both hands at the rim, you're going to have success.
A couple of substitutions for the Thunder. Alexis Martin, the senior out of Schenectady, and Lily Cato re-enters. Replacing Kate Oliver, one of the problems the last time these teams played was that Wheaton hung around for the majority of the game, but then in the fourth quarter, they were just exhausted. So I'm sure Coach Madsen is working on rotation management a little bit more today. Another three ball this time from the all-conference selectee, Annika Richardson.
Yeah, Richardson's their leading three-point field goal maker on the team. So if you're the Titans, you want to run her off the line a little bit more urgency.
Shoots 36%. Richardson with 3. Powers raises her another.
The Titans have done a great job of answering every time Thunder's made a three.
The Amboy native has 6 points today. Miscommunication from Martin.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting the ball there.
Heat check, you bet.
Yeah, that's what the Titans do. They capitalize on turnovers and make you pay. And right there, back-to-back threes from Powers.
Titans 4 of 6 from behind the line. It's an air raid at the Shirk Center. Titans lead 23-12. We'll take a quick timeout. Be right back on IWSports.com.
OSF Healthcare Cardiovascular Institute has been named one of the top hospital systems in the country for heart care. This prestigious award by the American College of Cardiology comes from our commitment to providing the highest quality of care, from general cardiology to complex surgeries and the latest technology. Nationally recognized heart care right here. OSF Healthcare Cardiovascular Institute.
2.5 minutes to play in the opening quarter. Matt Sossler alongside Brittany Carper. The Titans 5 of 7 from three-point land. The key contributor to their early large advantage. They're currently riding a 6-0 run in the last 30 seconds.
Yeah, turnovers have been the story here, and Powers forces another one there.
Good denial from Martin, stays on this end. It's almost asking you shall receive at this point. The Titans have forced 5 turnovers while only giving the ball up 2 times.
Yeah, and the points off turnovers, the Titans have capitalized, scoring 9 there. And so I think, they're taking advantage of when they do get the ball and really making them pay.
Mismatch against a double. White goes to the line.
Yeah, White came across on the flex screen, had a size advantage there, and made a nice move and got fouled.
Foul on Martin, her first, team's first. Haven't seen a ton of fouls in this first quarter, just 1 apiece.
Yeah, really clean on both ends. Not a lot of possessions where they've had fouls, but Titans take advantage there.
White entering today, shooting 76% from the stripe. Sarah Bali checks in for the first time today. White takes a seat. Bali just 2 points on Wednesday against the Big Blue.
Titans, back off a little bit there. No traps. Thunder able to handle it.
Richardson with the advantage against Knutson, can't close the deal. Powers on the run, foul before she can even get a shot up.
Yeah, Richardson prefers to shoot the three. Good defense there by Knutson. She had a step on her, but just wasn't able to finish, and then Titans were able to get out and run in transition again.
Bardick in for Huber. When the rotation gets even a player thin, this is what you expect from Coach Smith. When the clock gets under 2 minutes, you see a whole gyration of substitutions to try and give players an additional either quarter break or halftime break.
Yeah, you just got to manage it a little bit more into the, quarter or media timeout there.
Bali gets it to go.
Really great cut there by Sarah Bali. Nice find by Mallory Powers. Wheaton, was denying there, and she just went back door.
3 ball from Cato. She gets it to go. She's 2 of 2 from deep today.
Thunder did a great job of handling the pressure there, and Cato in the right spot with the open 3.
Out of bounds, stays on this end. Bardick wanted to foul. She'll get the next best result.
Yeah, a little confusion, I think, what the Titans wanted to run there offensively, and, Fabrowski was in or knocked the ball out of bounds there. See what they get here under 20.
Titans are shooting 6 of their last 7 from the field, 3 of their last 4 from 3. Rare late shot clock situation. Knutson turns it over.
Yeah, late throw in there, kind of a bailout to Knutson. Didn't have a great handle on it.
Armbar on Knutson, her first, team second.
Richardson with a little bit of a speed matchup there, so trying to attack Knutson off the bounce and got the foul called there. If you're the Thunder, you're probably wanting Oliver to get a touch here, see if she can, create or score herself.
Fabrowski in and out.
A nice look there, just didn't go down for her.
Bardick straight, wide right.
Yeah, hesitated a little bit on that shot. I think if you're Bardick, you probably want it back and just catch and shoot there without the second thought.
8-second differential between shot and game clock. Oliver on the step back, mismatch against Knutson. Titans can hang on for the last shot. They have the arrow.
Good defensive possession there. Not a lot going for the Thunder. Took a hard step back shot there that was challenged really well by Knutson.
They actually call a foul and not a jump on that.
Titans here, you want to make sure you're taking the last shot of the quarter, so probably around 10 you're going to go.
Broken play, no foul called. Fabrowski with 1 second, 3 ball at the buzzer, can't go. Cato with the miss, so a bit of chaos over the last couple of possessions, but at the end of the day, the Titans exit the first quarter leading 27-15, 5 of 8 from 3. We'll break down the first quarter when we come back on IWSports.com.
Why is Illinois Wesleyan the #1 school in Illinois for jobs? Maybe it's because we're the AND University. That's right, A-N-D. And here you can explore the arts and study in a pre-professional program, double major, and play a sport, do an internship, and study abroad. Your opportunities are endless. Set yourself apart with a degree from Illinois Wesleyan.
Go behind the scenes of Titan Athletics with Titan Table Talk, hosted by Tommy Gilbert. With interviews from coaches as well as student athletes, get to know Titan Athletics like never before. A new episode with new guests is posted every Tuesday at 4 p.m. on YouTube, SoundCloud, WESN, and IWUsports.com/podcast. Thank you for listening.
Become a sponsor of Titan Athletics through a media partnership. Showcase your brand to thousands in Bloomington Normal and beyond through in-house and live stream promotions. Contact Tyler Wilson or Katie Gonzalez at the emails below for details. Matt Sossler alongside Brittany Carper started the second 10. Illinois Wesleyan, the second-ranked team in the country, with a 27-15 advantage over the Wheaton Thunder. Brittany, a little bit of chaos to end the first quarter, but the Titans looking rhythm early in the second.
Yeah, not great offensive possessions there in the half court. They've been really good in transition, so if you're the Titans, you're really looking to kind of shore up what you're doing offensively.
Carry violation called against Lily Cato. That's the first that we've seen here at Shirk this year on either side.
That's a call that's been, actually whistled a few more times this year than I've, ever seen in the last 5 or 6 years. But there was no advantage there, so a little bit of a strange call. So we'll watch and see the next time, if she's dribbling there. Nevertheless,
a turnover, and the Titans get it back, but give it right back to the Thunder.
Yeah, and the Thunder are doing really good in the half court. that last 2 minutes or so, the Thunder are playing half court defense, making it really challenging for the Titans. So again, they overplay you. You've got to make sure you're cutting, coming to the ball, making strong plays.
Thunder are also doing a good job with press break. There hasn't been a ton of chaos behind the timeline. Richardson with a 3.
Like I said earlier, she's their leading three-point shooter, so that's kind of the details. You've got to make sure you run her off the line.
We'll tag that actually along, too, so she has 5. And the second turnover of the quarter for Illinois Wesleyan, less than a minute gone.
2 Titans were running the same lane there, so it was a little bit of a, congested area in the pass.
Give and go. Oliver denied by White.
Great recovery there by Sawyer White, and now the Titans have a chance to run.
On the other end, in and out.
Good look there in transition, just didn't fall, and now the Titans need to match up here.
And a bit of disarray, and Oliver does a good job with it.
Yeah, she saw the advantage there. You could tell the Titans were a little confused who was guarding who, and Oliver took advantage and scored.
Her first points of the day. Oliver averages 14.9 per game.
Yeah, important for the Thunder that she gets on the board there. See if she can capitalize on that.
Thunder riding a 5-0 run, and the lid's on the rim for Illinois Wesleyan.
Same story from, the first matchup, though. Titans giving themselves extra opportunities.
Can't take advantage for now. Thrown away. Whistle blows. And after all that, it stays with Illinois Wesleyan. We'll see if they go to the monitor to review, or if it's just an explanation of the call, if there was contact down low, or if it's a simple out of bounds.
I think they might be. I think Coach Madsen was asking about the 3 in the corner. Possibly it looked like they were asking about that.
It's called a 2 on the floor. They are allowed to go to the monitor to review it at the next stoppage. We saw the indicator on a Wesleyan 3 that got overturned to a 2. And based on the body language we see from the veteran, they'll keep the iPad where it's at.
Yeah, and Coach Madsen, is on top of that. You never know how much a point makes a difference in a basketball game. So kudos to him for asking about it.
White with the step through.
Yeah, great drive there by Sawyer White on the skip pass. Step through 2 Thunder defenders.
Foul called on Huber.
Yeah, Faberowski meets the pass against the press, which you want to do, and Huber just on her back there. Instead of playing the passing lane, was just behind her.
Her first, team's first of the quarter.
Titans have done a good job of applying the pressure without fouling, which, again, when you're short a little bit on your bench. As I say that.
Back-to-back fouls on Illinois Wesleyan in a span of 3 seconds.
Yeah, and only 2 minutes into the quarter here. So if you're the Titans, you really want to shore that up. You're not going to put the Thunder at the free throw line.
Saw that against North Central a couple weeks ago. Wound up costing the Titans, not in terms of the win-loss, but in terms of the distance of victory. Powers with the pull-up. That's it.
Yeah, Powers just really feeling it today. Nice to see her with that stroke.
4 of 5 from deep. Pocket picked out of bounds. Stays with the Thunder.
And that just really changes this Titans team. When she's making shots from the outside like that, it stretches everyone and then creates more room for Huber, Palmer, Bardick to get to the rim a little easier.
Powers in double figures for the 11th time this season. She's also 2 rebounds away from 500 career. Answer from Richardson.
It seems like every time the Titans kind of have that three, the Thunder have been there, and Richardson's been really good from the three-point line.
Travel called against Powers. Richardson today, 1 of 2. Check that, that'll make it 2 of 3. Timeout called by Maya Smith. The margin hasn't shrunk a ton. It's a 10-point lead for the Titans, but Brittany, it hasn't been the cleanest for Illinois Wesleyan.
Yeah, I think that's probably what Coach Smith is going to address here in the timeout. 3 minutes into this second quarter, fouled a couple times, a couple turnovers, miscommunication in transition, maybe not running people off the line like they should. And so kind of maybe just a, reminder, these are the things we want to do on the defensive end. Offensively, maybe a little cleaner looks, a couple more passes too.
A look at leading scorers. Mallory Powers leads the way for Illinois Wesleyan with 12. Bardick with 8. Huber with 6. For the Thunder, leading the way is Annika Richardson with 8 behind 2 3-point field goals. Lily Cato with 6, also on 2 triples. Kaiser and Favorowski each with 3. As they go to the monitor to review
right around 2 minutes ago and a half, we will
in the timeout. I'm curious if it is that 3. However, I'm not entirely sure once you pass. We'll have to take a look and see what they're exactly looking at as they wave the Titans back to the bench. This is the exact look that our officiating crew has downstairs.
Yeah, it was that corner 3, so
We'll have to see if that's even what they're taking a look at, considering it's 2 stoppages removed. And I'm guessing Coach Madsen wouldn't have been that perplexed if they said, we'll take a look at it at a timeout, because it's still getting looked at.
Yeah, it's certainly when the next media is, just because in terms of the time, I think. So I think it is that corner 3, but they're probably trying to catch up to where that play happened.
We'll get it back once they have the clip that they want. Titans leading 32-22. Illinois Wesleyan from three-point land, 6 of 11. Same with Wheaton. So it's been a little bit of a three-point shootout at the Shirk, an area that the Titans struggled in the month of January prior to, you could say, the Carthage game a week ago and change.
Yeah, so you're happy definitely if you're the Titans with your shooting performance. Conversely, you're probably not as happy with how you've defended the three-point line, but you've turned them over. You've scored 11 points off turnovers, which is really the difference of the game, and they've also, been able to get some offensive rebounds. And so, the Titans have done what they're supposed to do. I think if you're Coach Smith, you probably want a little bit better defense on the three-point line.
We took a look at the play that they're examining. It is that 3. However, that last angle we saw, Brittany, let me know your thoughts, but it didn't look conclusive.
Yeah, that's tough. It was in the corner, so it's kind of where the camera angles are. You don't have anything really overhead, so, whatever is on the floor is typically in that situation when you don't have a great look at it is what's going to stick with it. So if you're the Thunder, you're hoping that doesn't make a difference in the game if it was a 3 and they're not able to change that.
We'll see how long they take to come up with a verdict. And this is the same angle we had. There's not really any other reviewable play that has happened other than the 2 versus 3 call.
Yeah, I don't know if they can stop and zoom in. It looks like maybe there's a little bit better. I'm not sure.
The other angle would be underneath the basket, but again, that's exactly what our officiating crew is looking at. We do not know or have control over what angles they choose to look at on the review. It's just taking what they see on their screen and putting it on yours at home. An awesome feature that we have here at the Shirk Center, a good feature for Division III college basketball. There are a lot of games that don't have replay and could hinge on a critical decision, and it's nice to see they can take a look and get it right.
Yeah, absolutely. I think having the review definitely helps. I know it takes you out of the flow a little bit, especially at this juncture in the game. You typically see a lot more the last 2 minutes, but they want to get this right, and they want to make sure that they're awarded either the extra point or not. And so if you're Coach Madsen, you want to make sure there's kind of a mindset too. It's a difference of being down 9 or 10, and sometimes double digits seems a little bit more than, a lot more than just the 9 single digits.
And the fans awaiting a decision. That's a drawback to review, and I'm not talking about this one. I'm talking about review as a whole.
Yeah.
The time.
Right, absolutely. And I think maybe as more advanced it gets, you're going to see a time limit in terms of how many angles you get to see. But with this, like you said, a lot of Division IIIs don't have the opportunity for the review, and so even that they're able to do this, but you're having to find the clip. It's not queued up for you like maybe it is at Division I or Division II. So they're going to have to get there, make sure they have the right angle, and then make a decision. But I think a time limit is probably something you're going to see in the future for the reviews in college basketball.
I'll be back.
See if the band strikes up the Jeopardy music after this song.
They might need to. This is taking quite a bit. And the thing is, I think only 2 officials have looked at it, and you usually have to give the third an opportunity too. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of happens here.
And again, all of you at home are taking a look exactly what is on the monitor downstairs as they brush through it, as they take a look at slow-mo, at zoom. But there also comes a point in time where you got to say the video evidence is non-conclusive, the call on the floor stands.
Right.
When we play basketball.
Yeah, and as long as this is taking, I think you have it where you need it. If you can't zoom in and see it, you just go with what was, the call on the court.
And Brittany especially, obviously, it's a 10-point lead for the Titans. Things can change with the snap of a finger. 1 point could be the difference in a ball game. But at the same time, this is not a simultaneous touch out of bounds with 30 seconds left in a 2-point game.
Right, and there's so many possessions in a basketball game, and so I think if you're the officials, you're going to, hopefully arrive at conclusions. It looks like they did, and it'll stay a 2-point basket, I believe.
Yep. So the call on the floor, we don't have, the one thing we don't have and we're working on is a mic from the officials to explain what the exact terminology is. Based on the looks that we saw, that the officials saw, I am guessing that the call on the floor stood and is not confirmed. So back to basketball we play. Still a 10-point lead for Illinois Wesleyan and a foul called on the Titans.
Yeah, again in the backcourt there, so that's 3 in the backcourt that the Titans have committed in the first 3 minutes. You're 2 away from the bonus, so you got to make sure that you're, defending without fouling here.
And Brittany, how do you handle having a long layoff like that for both sides and then having to ramp it up again?
Yeah, that's tough. It's just
another carry.
Yeah, another carry there by Cato. But you just got to mentally stay in the game. Your body's going to not go cold there necessarily a couple minutes, but just stay focused, try to mentally make sure you're still here and not worried about everything else that's going on. Again, Titans with really good pressure there to force the turnover. Cato just not comfortable in the open court with the ball and made a carry call again.
Little bit of a slight delay on where the basketball should be inbounded, given the carry was behind the 3-point line and behind the hash. The Titans get a side out instead of a baseline inbound. Not much of a difference on that end as Titans get another O-board.
Yeah, when you're not getting, full court press, not a huge difference where you're inbounding the basketball, and Titans were able just to, bring it up without any issues.
8 to shoot. Palmer downstairs, can't get the layup.
Titans have missed a couple of those, and you heard Coach Erisman talk about it in the pregame. They missed a lot of layups, up at Wheaton too, and so certainly that'll be a focus.
Kaiser in some trouble. Action on the ground.
Yeah, Kaiser just not comfortable there, and Titans almost had the turnover.
Calls that Bardick had touch of the basketball while her toe was on the line, so out of bounds. Wheaton keeps it.
Yeah, really good hustle there by Bardick. Just slipped and her foot was out of bounds, but you like the pressure there that the Titans were applying.
The band helping out the Titan defense in a shot clock violation.
Yeah, really good half-court defense there by the Titans. Wheaton really know where to go, and when you play that kind of motion out and you don't have a lot of movement, it creates a lot of one-on-one, and just, the Titans were able to keep them away from the basket and force the violation.
And Kaiser with the rush shot it with 2. It's the old adage, go by what you see on the timer, not by what you hear from the crowd.
Yeah, sometimes the crowd can throw you off, but you got to trust it. And, Titans back with a possession here.
White denied by Trumbach, out of bounds, stays with Wesleyan.
Yeah, Titans really need a good half-court offensive possession here, so let's see what they can come up with off the out of bounds.
Knutson with room to work. Got it.
A really nice slip there off the screen, a good inbounds, and Knutson finishes, at the basket, which is nice for the Titans.
Her first bucket of the ball game. Pull-up jumper. Faborowski, no answer. Martin turns it over. Bardick, no issue.
Yeah, easy 2 there from Ava Bardick. Just jumped the passing lane. Martin tried to make the right read there and just not enough on the pass, and Bardick goes the other way.
Lincolnshire natives in double figures with 10. Trumbach, way long.
Yeah, Titans force a 3 there from someone, that's not a great three-point shooter.
Powers off the toe, and sometimes those are the best passes.
Yeah, Huber in the right spot, ball falls right to her and converts. And so Titans are happy. They finished 2 layups last 2 possessions and get themselves back in the rhythm here offensively.
Huber has 8. The Titans have ballooned their lead to 16. It's their largest of the game. Denied at the rim by Knutson. Trumbach can't close. Titans with a 2-on-1 if they hurry. White around the world. This is the layup short. Good job by Faborowski on the crash.
Yeah, good defense there by the Thunder. White, not a lot of, room to create there, and, forced a shot, I think, and Thunder were able to clear the rebound.
Off the toe of Faborowski, and a turnover.
Yeah, and Sawyer White there just getting back on the defensive end, quick with her hands, and caused Faborowski to dribble off her foot. Great defense there.
11 turnovers for the Thunder, still in the first half.
Yeah, they're just, a lot of it, they were early, and then now it's kind of just in the half court, haven't been great with their passing, and the Titans have done a good job of reading the passing lanes.
Bali. Lob to Knutson in a traffic jam. A good job trying to at least get possession back. And it stays with Illinois Wesleyan off the toe of Martin.
Good battle there by Knutson. White thought she had her on the post-up. Knutson kind of bailed on the post and then had to go get the ball, but really good job of retaining possession for the Titans here.
2 hands versus 1. It's one of the simple fundamentals that's not talked about enough. 5 to shoot. Powers. Off the toe. And Knutson keeps it alive for the moment, but right into the hands of Hunter.
Got the shot you wanted if you were the Titans there. A good drive by Bardick and a nice kick out there to Powers. And Knutson with a good hustle. The Thunder just in the right spot.
Kaiser, what started out as a great day from 3 on both sides, has slowly cooled down.
Yeah, and some rush looks from the Thunder, but, they're happy if they get those.
Bali with the 3.
Yeah, Sarah Bali said she'll, make sure they get back on track, and a nice 3 ball there.
Did not practice the last couple of days. And Bali 2 of 2 from the field today. White all alone. What else?
Really, really good defense there by the Titans. Bardick all over the passing lanes today. Gets her hands on so many balls and kept that alive. And then Powers sees White out in front and an easy 2. And, since we talked about that, I think an 11-0 run for the Titans.
over the last 4 minutes and 5 seconds. And on the other side, a run with a 0, Wheaton scoreless the last 4.5 minutes. It's been the narrative when you come to the Shirk Center, there's going to be a scoreless spell for the opposition. Happened to Augustana, happened to Carthage, and so far it's happening to the Thunder. The Titans have taken advantage. Their lead is 21.
Yeah, Titans have just really settled in. I think, making the Thunder's life really difficult in the full court and the half court. Richardson hasn't been in the game for the Thunder, and she was really good for them early. I think if you're the Thunder, you probably want Oliver to get a look here, whether it's, creating for someone or creating a shot for herself. But they've got to find a way to get an easy basket.
Coach Smith has an interesting juxtaposition at this point. Under 3 minutes until the half. Opting to go still with some of the rotation with a 21-point lead, because on one side you don't want to give Wheaton any momentum into the locker room, but on the other side this is usually the point in time where she goes a player or two deeper into the bench, and it helps when you get a turnover like that.
Yeah, and really this group the last 2 minutes have been playing really well, flying around defensively, creating. Knutson got a look at the rim, Bali hit the 3, and White's been really good catalyst in the press. So you're happy with where you're at if you're the Titans.
Powers pass picked off by Martin. 2-on-1 for the Thunder, depending on timing, and stifled by Bardick.
Yeah, Bardick really chased that down from the backside, thought there was a 2-on-1 there, and she closed that lane in a hurry. But on the offensive end, the Titans were a little stagnant that last possession, and Thunder really good in the passing lane. So let's see what kind of possession they can get here.
Naturally a slower pace for the Titans, not to the point where it becomes stagnant, but trying to limit possessions for the Thunder.
Right, and you're trying to get a good shot here. You're not out in the full court, so.
Powers, in and out.
A nice little flare screen on the backside. Powers had a really good look. It was just, didn't fall, but again, Titans all over the offensive glass, just like the first matchup.
Gives them a fresh clock. Errant pass. Good fake. And the finish.
Really nice two-man game there by Sarah Bali. They both drove hard closeouts, and Knutson hits the little 10-footer there. But you're happy with that possession if you're the Titans. You took a lot of time off the clock, and then you still get the basket.
Leading by 23, and White with an effect on the shot from Kabarowski.
Yeah, White kind of baited her in there. She knew she had the size advantage and blocked the shot.
Knutson with the last 4 for Illinois Wesleyan.
Knutson's been a big boost here for the Titans in the second quarter. Been really good at the rim and, running the lane there to finish.
She's got 6 today and a 10-second violation. Coach Smith loves it on the bench.
Yeah, Thunder just out of sorts there, not understanding where they were on the time. But again, Titans are just all over them. Faborowski's smaller guard doesn't see the passing lanes, and the Titans are just, all over the lanes in the front court. So credit the Titans defense there.
And as you could expect, Coach Smith, a defensive savant, won multiple defensive awards during her time as a multiple sport athlete in college at SIUE. Bardick on the cut, count it in the foul.
Really good pass there from Huber to Bardick. The Thunder get in your passing lanes, and they really try to overplay that. And, I think that was a set call there, and the Titans with the back door and the nice finish from Bardick.
Foul on Martin, that's her third. We're at the point in the game, given time and score, where fouls are a little bit of a factor still in the first half. But Martin, one of the key bench pieces for Coach Madsen's squad.
Yeah, you certainly want to factor that in terms of how much playing, but you're also down 28, and so you're going to try to put your best foot forward out there, and if you foul, you foul.
Hunter from the short corner.
Nice press break there from the Thunder and a much-needed basket.
Breaks up a 6.5-minute scoring drought.
Titans not playing 2 for 1 here, so probably want to use as much as the shot clock as you can.
White with a lane, lost it on her way.
Really good move there. Cato with a good defensive effort.
Shot clock off. Oliver got stuck in her own footing. And Knutson on the fast break. Charge called.
Yeah, a little of a weird play down there. She just lost the handle, and then, Knutson with the charge there. I'm not sure either one was in a great spot offensively or defensively, but, the officials thought maybe Knutson took a little bit of a shoulder there. So
it's her second. She's the first Titan to reach 2 fouls today.
For the Titans, you want everything in front here, create a tough shot if the Thunder are able to get one off here with, 7 seconds left.
Oliver with 4, fouled by Kate Palmer.
Yeah, it looked like Palmer maybe lost her footing or got a little, push from the backside there. But either way, something you didn't want if you were the Titans, put them at the line here with the 5th foul of the quarter.
It's the first free throw attempt of the day for Wheaton.
Yeah, Oliver, gotten to the line 80 times, 78% shooter, so not the person you wanted to foul either.
A perfect pair. Titans with a chance at a last-second shot. With 2, Bardick from the logo.
A really good look there from Bardick, but, you're happy with the Titans with that, first 20 minutes.
The Titans lead 50-26 heading into the locker room, riding an 18-4 run over the last 7 minutes and 16 seconds, Brittany. It's just what the doctor ordered for Illinois. Wesleyan will break down the first half when we come back on IWSports.com. Welcome back to the Shirk Center. Matt Sosler alongside Brittany Carper. It's the Pink Zone Day and the Alumni Game. And several Titans being recognized as they return to the Shirk Center.
Claire Rutherford. Lonnie Chanteboy. Megan Moody. Kelly Carlson. Kate Neely. Sandra Finley. Molly Rollins. Nikki Frank. Mindy Stilley. Jen Packowitz. Two left. Amy and Maggie Politz. Joni Huseman. Renee Weber Donaldson. Elaine Hill Case. Ladies and gentlemen, your alumni players who came back for the Pink Zone game.
Titans of the past and Titans of the present. taking a picture at center court at the halftime break. Matt Sossler alongside Brittany Carper, Illinois Wesleyan with a 50-26 lead over Wheaton. So all Titans got to be happy with the halftime score. Some notable faces in the crowd, including a few members of last year's squad, Lonnie Chantabori, Taylor Tarver, Megan Moody, along with countless alums who played for Coach Smith for the Pink Zone game, know how much this means to her. And to this program, Coach Erisman talked about it in the pregame segment on how this game carries a lot of extra emotion and it translates onto the floor, and certainly the Titans have shown that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, like Coach Erisman said, everyone's been affected by cancer, and when it touches a little bit more closer to home, like Coach Smith had her battle, I think on this day you always see your team kind of step up and answer the call and play with just a little bit more edge and, maybe toughness and heart. And I think that first 20 minutes was on display of that for the Titans.
It's also a day in which Illinois Wesleyan honors its academic All-Americans. We'll be joined by academic All-American golfer Quinn Clifford when we come back on IWSports.com.
Need tickets to that next event? Well, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got them with soccer anywhere in the world. Tickets to any venue, any sport. Want to go to NCAA or NFL football matches? We've got them.
Yeah.
Baseball at every level. Every Power 5 matchup is available. Don't forget, costumes and paint are optional. What's that? You want to go to Broadway? We have those too. Want to jam out? Every concert, every artist. That's right, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got the tickets for less. 12ozsports.com/tickets. That's 12ouncesports.com/tickets.
Halftime at the Shirk Center with Illinois Wesleyan leading 50-26 over Wheaton. I'm Matt Sossler alongside academic All-American Quinn Clifford. Quinn, you'll be recognized during the men's game. The Academic All-American program, for those of you who don't know what it is, Quinn, can you explain what it is and how important it is, especially here at IWU?
The board's right there. I think it's cool to kind of see your picture up there from some of the names of the greats, the legends of Illinois Wesleyan that you hear about in the Shirk Center. To my understanding, it's just, getting it done on the golf course, getting it done in the classroom at a high enough level to receive some recognition, which is pretty special.
You'll be recognized with 10 other academic All-Americans from this past year alone. How does that reflect on not just Wesleyan golf, Wesleyan basketball, but Titan athletics as a whole?
Yeah, I think it speaks to the direction that we're moving here. I know I speak for all of our athletes when I feel like we're all thankful for the Shirk Center, for our athletic department, who pretty much hands us the opportunity on a silver platter and says, go get, as good as you can get. I know the 10's a record, but I don't see why we can't double it in the next couple years.
I know it's a Saturday. I know you're at a basketball game, so I'm not going to spend too much time on the school aspect, but given that you are an academic All-American, what's your major and how has that process gone?
Yeah, I'm a finance major with an econ minor. It's been awesome. I think I came into school with no clue what I wanted to do with my life as a simple business major, and through the help of academic advisors and some facilities that they brought in with the Bloomberg Labs, I think I have a pretty good handle on, the direction of my career in the future, which if you told me that on day one, that's what I would be leaving this place with, I think I'd be a pretty happy man.
Not only that, but some big expectations for the spring on the green, on the golf course. Let's talk about Titan golf heading into what was a great season last year for you all, and it's supposed to be really good this year.
Yeah, I think we're excited. I speak for my whole team, but I think we're checking the weather for next week, and I think we're going to crack 40 for like 4 days in a row. So I think we're going to be getting out on grass, go see Craig over there at Ironwood, and I think some people see it as a disadvantage that we're locked inside over the winter, but I think we have the opportunity to, when we finally can get outside in the weather, we're hungry and we got a special fire to go get better.
How do you train in the winter? I know there are indoor facilities here on campus. There are other facilities that you can work at, but how do you stay fresh when, this past week we hit negatives?
Yeah, inside for sure. That's how you stay fresh. But we're lucky enough to have some of the best facilities in the country from a golf standpoint. So, there's no reason to not get better. But I think the biggest thing is staying intentional and trying to, as much as you can, put together a plan where you can relate indoor work to outdoor work.
My final question before I let you go. You got the Titans up big 50-26. I'll ask Brittany this in a few minutes, but your keys to the second half?
It's a lot of the same. I don't know if it's just the pink out game, but it seems like they got a little extra giddy up today. So keep up with the suffocating press. But, credit to Wheaton. They shot the ball well in the first quarter. They slowed down, but they don't have a lot of production inside. So I think we run them off the three-point line and should be good to go from there.
Matt Sossler alongside academic All-American golfer, finance major, and future basketball analyst Quinn Clifford. Quinn, thanks so much for the time.
Thanks for having me, man. Appreciate
it. Why is Illinois Wesleyan the number one school in Illinois for jobs? Maybe it's because we're the AND University. That's right, A-N-D. And here you can explore the arts and study in a pre-professional program. Double major, and play a sport. Do an internship and study abroad. Your opportunities are endless. Set yourself apart with a degree from Illinois Wesleyan.
Go behind the scenes of Titan Athletics with Titan Table Talk, hosted by Tommy Gilbert. With interviews from coaches as well as student athletes, get to know Titan Athletics like never before. A new episode with new guests is posted every Tuesday at 4 p.m. on YouTube, SoundCloud, WESN, and iwsports.com/podcast. Thank you for listening.
When competition for the best jobs is fierce, how do you set yourself apart? Experience? An education? Yes, but not just any education. At Illinois Wesleyan, we prepare graduates who break through the noise, who run the boardroom, the classroom, the lab, the stage. The best college for jobs in Illinois is right in your own backyard. Reach further, dream bigger, and break through at Illinois Wesleyan University.
Preserving a Legacy, our halftime segment presented by Will Square Capital, puts a spotlight on the rich history of Illinois Wesleyan basketball and the student athletes that have built the strong tradition of success. Tonight, we take a look back at the career of former Titan great Brooke Lansford. Lansford played for the Titans from 2018 to 2022, appearing in 96 games and making 68 consecutive starts at point guard over her final 3 seasons. The Leawood, Kansas native finished her career with 812 points, 265 assists, 204 boards, and 123 steals. She ranks 4th all-time in the single-season record book with 119 steals in her senior campaign. For her career, Lansford knocked down 142 three-pointers, the 11th most in program history. She also ranks 12th all-time in assists, 18th in three-point field goal percentage, and tied for 20th in steals. Lansford was a key piece of 3 NCAA tournament teams and was named the team's MVP for the 2021-22 season. A first-team All-CCIW selection as a senior, Lansford was also the team's captain in her final season, donning the green and white, and also reeled in D3Hoops.com all-region status. IWU posted 3 20-plus win seasons during her career, including a share of the CCIW regular season title in 2022 and CCIW tournament championships in 2019, 2020, and 2022. A 2-time CCIW Player of the Week, Lansford graduated from Illinois Wesleyan with a degree in finance in 2022. Currently, she serves as a senior financial analyst for Patient Now in Overland Park, Kansas. Preserving a Legacy, our halftime segment, again presented by Will Square Capital. Second half when we come back on iWooSports.com.
Need tickets to that next event? Well, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got them with soccer anywhere in the world. Tickets to any venue, any sport. Want to go to NCAA or NFL football matches? We've got them.
Yeah.
Baseball at every level. Every Power 5 matchup is available. Don't forget, costumes and paint are optional. What's that? You want to go to Broadway? We have those too. Want to jam out? Every concert, every artist. That's right, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got the tickets for less. 12ozsports.com/tickets. That's 12ouncesports.com/tickets.
Back in Bloomington, Matt Sosser alongside Brittany Carper. We just heard from Quinn Clifford, academic All-American golfer, had the alumni celebration. A busy halftime at the Shirk Center. But Brittany, your thoughts on the first half and keys to the second half for both squads?
Yeah, the first, probably 5-8 minutes of the game, I think, Thunder did what they needed to do for the most part. They were making shots. And then, honestly, after that official review, we kind of talked about which way the game would go. And I think the Titans just kind of took off with that. But stats that jump out, Thunder had 16 turnovers in the first half. I think they only had 18 in the game up there. And so when you're trying to control the tempo and play a little bit slower to favor you, you can't turn the ball over 16 times. But you're the Titans. You had 7 offensive rebounds. You've made 7 of 15 from the 3. You're shooting 57% from the field. And that's really just a credit to how good they've been on the defensive end. To be nitpicky, maybe if you're the Titans, take care of the ball a little bit more. They had 10 turnovers, I think. So if Coach Smith was looking at something to kind of clean up in the second half, I think that would be the area, and maybe less threes, for the Thunder. But other than that, a really good half for the Titans.
Ava Bardick leads the way with 13, Mallory Powers with 12. Lauren Huber knocking on the door with 8. Thunder start with the basketball. 2-on-1 right out of the gate. Good defense from Bardick. Stays on this end.
Yeah, Oliver was able to kind of get free in almost a 5-second call there, and then, finds Kaiser there at the rim, wasn't able to convert, but the Titans couldn't grab the basketball, so they get another opportunity here to start the second half.
An administrative stoppage. Looks like they ruled that the Titans had possession for a quick second, so Wheaton gets a fresh 30.
Yeah, it was kind of a quick thing there, so it was hard to tell.
Second chance for Kaiser. Too much. Fast break for the Titans. 2-on-1. Bardick with a short pull-up. Got it.
Yeah, Titans have just been so good in transition, pushing the ball ahead and finding, the other opposite runner there, and Bardick on the receiving end of that one.
Right into traffic, but Palmer can't corral it. But that's exactly what the Titans want.
Yeah, they close, so fast on those passing lanes, and fortunately Huber and Palmer were both there. Kind of neither one of them could go full speed through that, but a good pressure there to start the second half.
Faborowski denied by Powers.
Yeah, Faborowski had the corner there, but again, she's 5'4", Powers is 5'10". You're not going to win that battle many times.
A dual threat player for Illinois Wesleyan, like a lot of her teammates. Works both on guard play and on post play during the practice week.
Yeah, such an advantage to be able to have that.
3 ball from Faborowski. She has 6 today.
Yeah, and Faborowski kind of more her game there and steps outside, and where she's able to get her shot off is from the 3-point line. Another basket.
Faborowski blocked by Bardick. Foul on the advance.
Yeah, both good defensive possessions here at the 3-point line. I think you're, both a little indecision on the passes, and then they shoot the 3, and the closeout's already there. So, let's see what the Titans can do here in the front court.
That's the 5th block of the day for Illinois Wesleyan. Spin around, too short from Huber.
Yeah, not a stat you usually hear with the Titans, but taking advantage of, kind of the sizes here.
Out of bounds. Illinois Wesleyan gets it back.
Yeah, Cato kind of cut that cut short, and Richardson thought she was going to keep going there, and just miscommunication. So, again, Thunder are playing, though. Dead ball turnovers aren't as deadly against the Titans as the live balls, so they have a chance here to guard.
Powers downstairs, gets it.
That's what we talked about. She's so versatile and was able there to take advantage of the high-low. Huber with a nice pass.
Powers has 14. White with the steal. Bardick on the ground. The arrow favors Illinois Wesleyan.
Yeah, White knew how much time was there. They only had 4 seconds. She ramped up her defensive pressure there and was able to get her hand on the ball, and Bardick slid and forced the turnover. But, that's what Sawyer White does. She gets in you, makes it really difficult to advance the ball, and credit to her to know how much time was on the clock there to get it into the front court and really apply the pressure.
And that's just great situational awareness.
Yeah, absolutely, especially when you're guarding full court like that, to know, kind of where to ramp it up.
Bardick. Toilet bowls in and out. There's been a lot of those today. Huber with the second chance.
Yeah, really nice look on the flare screen to the backside, and they've had a couple of those off that same action, just haven't gone down, but Huber really good on the offensive rebound.
Into double figures for the 17th time this season, and getting it done on the defensive side, too. Hit off of Lily Caddo last.
Yeah, we say that often about Lauren Huber. She just has a knack for the basketball and really good around the rim and with both hands, and so no surprise she's reached double digits again.
White still able to find Mallory Powers.
In a game like this is where the Titans, I think, really want to make sure they're getting, good looks.
The bench wanted Bardick to take that shot. Powers gets it done.
Yeah, she's just had a really nice game. A lot of confidence from the three-point line today. I think that's her 5th make, so a really good sign for the Titans if she's making that many threes.
She's got 17 points to go along with 2 boards and 6 assists. After what she did on Wednesday, too, put her up for CCIW Player of the Week right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And just such a versatile player. Makes a 3 in that possession. 1 before, was able to get the high-low and finish.
Another steal. We'll see they give that to, whether it's Palmer or White. Big implications on that swipe. Bardick gives it back. Whistle blew, travel, so the advantage to Illinois Wesleyan. Dead ball versus live ball turnover.
Yeah, absolutely. A good recovery there by the Thunder. Bardick was trying to make the one more to White. Thunder jumped it, and instead of trying to drive the ball there, tried to throw it and just drug her foot there for the travel. But credit the Thunder there for closing the lanes on the one mores and creating a turnover.
White gets credit for the steal. That's her 223rd of her career. She is now tied for 3rd place with Hope Schulte for the most all-time by a Titan.
Again, she'll just keep climbing up that. She's such a good defensive player.
Huber with the runway.
Nice finish there by Huber. Kind of had the ball knocked out, but was able to stay with it and, complete the layup.
Going from 100 to 0 with the snap of a finger. Great body control.
Absolutely, and there's that passing lane we were talking about. The Titans just close them so fast, and those long cross-court passes are very difficult to complete against them.
Titans with their largest lead of 30 points. They've outscored the Thunder 11-5 in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and that's what you want to see in a game like this. You're up big at half, but you're still coming out with the intensity and the will to get something done in the second half and get better.
Similar to what we talked about the last time the Titans were heading into a bye. Faborowski too much. Similar to what we were talking about, it's a different attitude in terms of substitutions, knowing you have a week off. Huber wanted to go coast to coast, couldn't close.
Yeah, with a week off, again, you want to make sure you're going into that on a positive note. Regardless of the score, you still want to make sure you're playing well. And so if you're Coach Smith, you're absolutely pleased with how they came out of the locker room.
White and Bardick head to the scorer's bench.
Titans making it difficult here, under 10.
Faborowski, too short. Powers with the rebound. That's her 3rd. She's 1 off of 200.
Yeah, great rebound there. Kind of made up her mind and then was able to corral it back and turned it over, and Oliver finishes, which I think might only be her 2nd basket of the day, so they've done a nice job.
Palmer with space. It's just been bad luck for Illinois Wesleyan, and when you're saying that, when they've shot now 8 of 19, it truly tells you how the game's going.
Definitely. They've had a lot of in and outs, but like you said, they're 8-19, and for a team that hasn't shot the ball particularly well, especially in the month of January, you're pleased with that and know that those are the right looks, and I think that's the big thing. They're making the extra pass, finding people when their feet are set, and getting really good looks.
Taking a look at the leading scorers, Mallory Powers with 17. Her career high is 21 that she set a few days ago down in Decatur. Ava Bardick with 15. Lauren Huber with 12. Knudsen with 6. Bali with 5. Sawyer White also with 6 points to go along with 2 steals. Mallory Powers with 3 rebounds. Lauren Huber on double-double watch, 12 and 8 on her stat line. For the Thunder, Annika Richardson with 10. Everybody else in single digits across the score sheet. Brittany, time's running out. If you're Wheaton, if you're Illinois Wesleyan, you're thinking about starting to cycle in some of the subs. How do you manage this?
Yeah, I think if you're the Thunder, we talked about Coach Madsen and how good his program's been, and so they're certainly not going to let up. They're going to play hard, try to get better, make sure they're taking care of the basketball. But, if you're the Titans, again, no matter who's in the game, you're out there with the bye coming up. You want to play hard. Make sure you're taking care of the basketball as well. Again, a couple silly turnovers, but I think, too, just fine-tuning them, their offense in the half court hasn't been great. So I think these last, 14 minutes here, you want to make sure you're getting good looks in the half court.
Matt Sosler alongside Brittany Carper started the second trip through the CCIW, and the Titans in their pink zone game have a commanding lead over the Wheaton Thunder, and the Avalanche continues to crumble for Wheaton.
Yeah, just great pressure there into the corner if you're the Thunder, not where you want to go. But again, a dead ball turnover, it's out of bounds, much better situation for the Thunder here, able to set up their defense.
22nd turnover for the Thunder in the middle of the pack in CCIW. Foul called on the inlet pass on Knudsen. That's her third.
Yeah, trying to get the high-low look there again. Just said Knudsen maybe pushed off a little bit. So, but they had the right look there. So just maybe Knudsen a little bit more, careful how her extending her arm.
We'll take a peek at scores from around the CCIW in just a little bit as each day of play elapses. We get a clearer picture on what the last week of February and the first week of March may look like in the conference. Rattles in and out. Huber touched it last.
Yeah, a nice shot there. Didn't fall for the Thunder, but they had a good look and get another chance here with Huber not able to corral the defensive rebound.
The clock is the friend of Illinois Wesleyan. Favorowski off the heel, off the toe, volleyball action, and once again, the All-American tipped it last.
Yeah, it took an extra bounce there at the end and kind of threw off Huber, who was trying to grab the defensive rebound. But, credit the Thunder. They're crashing the glass and making it difficult for them to clear the rebounds.
On this end, Mallory Powers checks in with 499 career rebounds. Playing on ball.
Yeah, safe to say she'll probably pick up her 500th, I would imagine, today.
Powers rotates down low. Martin on the drive, misses the layup. There's number 500 for the Amboy native.
Just like you called it, man.
Knudsen on the other side, denied by Hunter. Crowd wants a foul.
Yeah, and I think they had a right to be a little upset there. Knudsen ran the lane great and wasn't rewarded, but, Titans will just keep playing through it.
5:01 for Powers. Knudsen stripped out of bounds. Stays with Wesleyan.
Yeah, Knudsen trying to make up for it there. Looked like maybe got her arm, but had an opportunity to pass to the corner too. So, but stays with the Titans. So let's see what they can get here. The underneath out of bounds.
Bardick. Too strong. Knudsen, strong rebound, and she earns her trip to the line.
Yeah, and she smiles after that one. I think she got fouled a couple possessions before and didn't get in, and she kind of laughed at him too. So, but credit to her, she just kept playing there, fought for the rebound, and an opportunity here to get herself to the free throw line.
Knudsen with 6 points today. shooting 60% from the free throw line this year.
Yeah, she does such a nice job for the Titans. Whether she starts or come off the bench, gives them kind of that inside presence and, force at the basket.
One of many Titans that have played the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, and the 5 over their high school and collegiate careers.
Yeah, and that's what makes them so tough. They're just so versatile. They can all attack the basket. They can all shoot. And, really nice job there.
And they'll do it defensively as well, as Knutson just did. White, Bardick, beautiful.
That was great attack there by Sawyer White. And those are the threes I'm talking about from the Titans. When they can get those where they make the extra pass, the wide open look, their feet are set, you're seeing their shots fall a lot more.
Hunter, Bardick with the interception.
Now Bardick been all over the defensive end today, getting her hands everywhere.
Coast to coast, and the Lincolnshire native gets 2.
Yeah, really probed that, tried to see if anything else opened up, and at the last second she knew she had an opportunity to get herself to the basket, and did, and now she's being rewarded getting herself to the free throw line.
Bardick with 18 points today. Her career high is 29. That was against Puget Sound a year ago.
Yeah, she's been really, really good today for the Titans on both ends, and that's what you want to see. I think, again, when they're making shots and they're getting out and she's playing at a high level, they're just a different team.
83% free throw shooter entering today. You see Martha Lippick enter the game for the first time today with under 2 minutes to play in the third and a 67-33 lead. Expect Coach Smith to start rotating the left side of the bench. Regardless of the bye, this team has dealt with a lot of health issues, mostly illness, like a lot of college basketball teams deal with this time of year. So, Brittany, it's about conditioning and keeping everybody right.
Yeah, and you're at the point in the year, you've played enough basketball, you're in pretty good shape, and so, you want to make sure you come out of this game healthy, no injuries, and get some other kids opportunities to play, and I think you'll slowly see some more subs come in here.
Foul on Martin, that's her 4th, and Martha Lippick goes to the free throw line.
Yeah, really good run there by Martha Lippick, and Sawyer White found her, and again, rewards herself by getting to the free throw line.
Lippick, the 6-foot junior out of OPRF, 4 of 8 from the free throw line entering today, so still on the 50% clip. Perfect pair.
And nice to see, you're, especially not knowing the status of Laura Mom, her getting some minutes here is going to prove valuable coming up in the next couple of weeks if she has a longer, out than they thought she was going to be.
Especially facing off against some dominant posts in the near future. Natalie Grecius and the Carroll Pioneers come to town on February the 5th. They got Sierra Gibson and Elmhurst. Their next game up a week from today.
Yeah, so any minutes she can get, game minutes, will be valuable for them going forward.
And then Carlson on Carthage, Biz Daly on North Central.
Sarah Volley, her second. Team's 4th, Alexis Martin.
Yeah, there's so many good post players in the league, and so, the Titans have done a good job the first round through of defending them, but you never know when foul trouble arises and how deep, your bench are going to have to go down. And so these minutes playing with a lot of the regulars are, only going to make them better down the stretch.
Martin with perfect pair. Luigi Lamb enters for the Titans.
Luigi Lamb on the Titans replacing Sawyer White.
Sawyer White takes a seat. Lamb, the freshman out of Hong Kong.
Again, Titans just want to make sure they're having good offensive possessions here.
Lippick can't finish the layup. Knutson's there. No foul called.
Yeah, a good rebound there by Knutson. Just didn't get the foul call, but a great crash on the offensive glass.
And Knutson also gesturing that there might have been multiple carries on Martin, but nonetheless the Titans get it back. Lippick downstairs, got it.
Yeah, really good run there by Lippick. A great shot fake that drew the defender by Powers, and she dished it inside. Really good team basketball there by the Titans.
She's got 4. Oliver, walled off from Bali.
Bali did a good job defending there without fouling.
5 seconds. Powers on the spin. Wide right, Richardson with time expiring. Off the hill. So Illinois Wesleyan outscores Wheaton 21-11 in the third quarter. They take a 71-37 advantage into the final frame on IWSports.com.
It's time to
Start of the fourth quarter at the Shirk Center at the Pink Zone game. Matt Sasser alongside Brittany Carper. Illinois Wesleyan continues to grow their lead over the Thunder, leading 71-37. Brittany, what's your plan for the final frame?
Just continue to play hard, stick to the game plan here, share the basketball, really work on the little things that are kind of the difference in, close games. And so why this one isn't close, there's a lot of details that matter, and so I think that's what you're going to be looking for if you're Coach Smith.
Cato to Richardson. Oliver, too short on the 3.
Yeah, three-point shot's not her great. She's capable, but definitely not when it's challenged.
Oliver had the mismatch and was able to take advantage against Knutson.
That's what she's really good at. She's good at getting the basket, getting to the free throw line, and a really nice drive there. But the Titans have done a great job on her tonight. That's only her, I think, 8th point.
Timeout called by Maya Smith. Oliver, like you said, 8 points, 3 of 7 from the field. Our player to watch, and based on the score, Wheaton at just 39 points. The offense really hasn't been there for the Thunder today. Their leading scorer, Annika Richardson, with 12. Everybody else shy of double figures.
Titans have just done a really good job across the board. I think, even Richardson, she had probably 8 or 10 early and really haven't heard much from her lately. But they've really just, amped up the pressure. They've forced 24 turnovers and just made life really difficult on that end, holding the Thunder to 31% shooting from the field. So just credit the Titans defense for how difficult they've made it for them tonight.
Take a look at some other scores from around the conference. Midway through the fourth, Carthage with a 48-39 lead over Augustana. Milliken with a 58-46 lead against North Park. And Elmhurst and North Central also doing battle on this Saturday. Every single day of play, teams inch closer and further apart, further away from certain standings. 3 seconds on the timer. Lamb to Knutson, a 3-ball. The bank's open.
That's when you know it's your day. Great awareness, though, by Knutson. Lamb, I'm not sure really knew, but Knutson did and got that off in a hurry, and credit to her, and, really rewarded. She's played really hard here. It's a couple calls that didn't go her way, but stuck with it. Nice to see that one go down.
First 3 make of the year for Knutson. Doesn't shoot a ton. That was just her 4th attempt. But she can make that shot. I know that was an emergency shot with the shot clock expiring, but if the Titans chose to run a set with her as a 2 or 3, she'd play just fine.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it didn't look like something that was awkward and shouldn't have gone in. It was rushed, but it looks like a capable shot from out there.
In Naperville, North Central with a narrow 56-55 lead over Elmhurst. 4:28 to play in the fourth quarter. So again, looking at the 2, 3, and 4, maybe 5 and 6 rankings in the conference, with just 7 games to go for every team but Carroll after today.
Yeah, all bunched up there, and so you're going to see some separation and clarity here in the next couple of weeks.
Too much from Richardson. Alyssa Epps into the game for Illinois Wesleyan, Montini Catholic alum. 3, got it from Lauren Ham.
Yeah, really nice offense there by the Thunder. Richardson on the cut. The Titans are switching everything. Thunder have done a good job of slipping some of those screens, and Richardson had, drew 2 and was able to kick out.
5'4" freshman, now 5 of 10 from deep this year.
Yeah, it looked like a really nice shot.
Palmer wide open. Book it.
You kind of saw a big sigh of relief there from Palmer. I think it was her first made basket of the day. It hasn't been the easiest day from her, but, really, really good-looking shot there and nice ball movement from the Titans.
Notched her 200th career assist this week.
Yeah, certainly something to be excited about as a player. As a former point guard, you always like to see the assists. And, I think as Kate Palmer plays, just by the way she plays, you can tell that's, something she's obviously very proud of and takes a lot of pride in.
I want to give a shout-out to Katie Gonzalez, Meredith Mahoney, Kelly Carlson, Taya Galliseth, Tyler Wilson, our entire AFCOMS department. This team has a lot of seniors, a lot of juniors, and a lot of milestones falling day in and day out. And they're doing a great job at being sure that every single milestone that falls gets the recognition that it deserves.
Absolutely. I feel like we're always talking about a new one or, 2 or 3 of them. And so, like you said, on a team that's full of juniors and seniors and successful ones at that, it's always nice to have those things honored and recognized. And I know as a former student athlete, it's always nice to get that recognition as well.
Timeout before the free throws from Trumbach. We'll take a look at some milestones that are on the horizon. We'll do some mental math. Lauren Huber is less than 100 points away, 99 to be exact, from becoming the program's all-time leading scorer. 1,632 points is the mark that she needs to hit. That mark is set. Huber's currently 3rd in that column and working on chasing.
It certainly seems attainable given the season that, she's having. So I wouldn't be surprised if that falls in the next couple of weeks.
Got Molly McGraw in 2nd with 1,577. Tracy Butler with the 1,632 in 1st place. Some other milestones that are on the horizon for Illinois Wesleyan. Ava Bardick, 68 points entering today, so we can knock off 19 points. That gives us 49 points away from 1,000 career points split between Wesleyan and University of Illinois at Springfield. Mallory Powers hit 500 boards today. Sawyer White closing in on 250 steals. Lauren Huber will be the next to hit 200 assists. She entered today at 11. She's now 8 away from that mark.
Yeah, just a lot of successes and milestones for this group, which is special. I mean, they're having a really special season, and it's awesome to see all those kind of get checked off as the season progresses, as they're winning as well.
And believe it or not, those are just half of the milestones that, based on averages and games left at the minimum, are likely to occur within a player's career. Epps fouled on her way up, and especially for the juniors and the seniors, it's something to take a look at.
Yeah, and that's not even, talking about what they're doing as a team successes too. So the individuals are always nice, and usually those happen because your team's successful as well.
Epps at the line, Peyton Jacob into the game along with Liv Myers.
Yeah, good opportunity here the last 7 minutes for this group to get some game minutes and really continue to develop.
The message from Coach Smith the other day was, to this group in particular, I don't need any heroes. I just need you to go out and do what you do, play basketball. And that was her talking with the mindset that the Titans at that point in time may have been down 2 or 3 rotation players instead of just 1. Epps for 3. off the heel. Lamb with the board, contact underneath. Obviously, she was able to get some players back for this game, but it's still the same mindset closing out this contest.
Definitely, and it's a tough position because you come in off the bench and you want to make an impact, and sometimes that can be taken in as I need to make shots and take shots, and but really for them it's just continuing to play as one and share the basketball, guard, do what you're supposed to do, and the basketball eventually finds you, and you'll get rewarded that way.
Martin against Mackenzie Humer, too much.
Yeah, good defense there in the lane, and a nice rebound.
Lamb, no problem.
We're used to seeing that when Luigi Lamb gets in the game. Great three-point shooter. You leave her open, and she's probably going to make you pay.
Fifth Titan to drill one from deep today. Titans as a team shooting 11 of 23 with that make.
Really good afternoon from the three-point line, and the Titans, you're going to be really pleased with that. They haven't shot that well in quite a while, and so credit to them for sticking to it and really seeing the rewards today.
Including against the Thunder earlier this month, so it just goes to show you if there's an aspect of the game that's not working, yes, it's going to alter the game plan. It's going to alter how close the ball game is, but they still find a way.
Yeah, and that's what makes this team so difficult. They haven't been great from the three-point line over the course of the last month, and still finding ways to really win quite handily.
Speaking of great from the three-point line, Ham's 2 of 2 for the Thunder.
Yeah, really nice shot there from Ham. Looks good right off for Ham.
Epps splits 2 and gets a deuce.
Yeah, Epps always aggressive when she's in the game, and a nice drive there and step through and finishes.
Epps is the latest example of a freshman who played primarily as a guard in high school being converted into a post role with Illinois Wesleyan.
Yeah, and it's, she's going to be somewhat a little bit like Huber in terms of just being able to take advantage of mismatches, and she's physical around the basket, and, certainly only going to help her as she continues to develop.
Mackenzie Huber for 3, too short. Jacob with the board. Inside, Myers.
Really good pass there from Lamb. Nice finish by Myers. She had her sealed, and Lamb just zipped that right in there, and nice basket.
Goes to show you the future of this program. It's not going away anytime soon.
No, and that's why these minutes are so valuable for this group is, you're going to be here the next 2-3 years, and you got to make sure you're still getting better when you have the opportunity.
Speaking of younger players, Sydney Athern in the game for the first time today. 5'3" freshman out of Niceville, Florida. Now 0 for 2 on the season on three-point attempts. Still seeking her first career point.
Yeah, and the Thunder are still doing a good job running their offense, being aggressive, but the Titans have, again, done a nice job on the defensive end all afternoon.
Myers with the shot clock expiring. She scored the last
4. Really good turnover there by Myers. She had her sealed, late shot clock, knew how much time was left, and made a nice move.
Foul called on Epps. That's a career high for the Elmwood, Illinois native. Timeout called. Let's take a look at the upcoming schedule in Titan Athletics as we approach the second month of the calendar year. It's a busy week with Titan basketball, Titan men's volleyball, and then before you know it, we'll be outside with lacrosse and some baseball. But taking a look at this upcoming week, this upcoming Tuesday, Titan men's volleyball off their best start in program history. They return back to the Shirk, and they take on Marion. I'll be on the call with Alex Bardnitis for that one. And then on Wednesday, Titan women have a bye, but the Titan men take on Carroll at the Shirk Center. Eric Stock and Joel Swanson will have that game for you. And then I'll be back with Alex on the 30th as volleyball takes on Concordia. Chicago try to go 2-0 against the Concordias this year. And then on Saturday, it's the second IWU try for Titan men's volleyball. Kaylee Unruh and Alex Bardnitis will have the call for you from the Shirk. I will be in Elmhurst for the Titan women against the Blue Jays. First leg of a doubleheader. Eric and Joel will have you for the Titan men at 4:15. So we're getting to the nitty-gritty, Brittany, of Titan athletics in the winter.
Yeah, it's always a busy time of year, especially at the Division III level when you have so many sports. But it's also fun, keeps you busy, so much to do, so many teams to cheer for. And in a successful athletic department like the Titans, it's easy to get behind and really enjoy this time of year.
Martin at the line for a deuce. Also an exciting time for basketball in Bloomington Normal in general. Got a Titan doubleheader today, and then a very exciting day just up the road at Sefcu Arena tomorrow, debuting the new court up at ISU.
Yeah, much needed improvement there. I was just in there last night, and it looks about 10 times brighter because the floor is a lot brighter. So I know that'll be a much improved court for Sefcu, and I know it's a nice addition that everyone's really excited about.
Sefcu Arena, great facility, hosts the state girls championships for basketball, for volleyball.
Yeah, really good venue, and so it's nice to see that upgrade.
The Redbird women get to introduce that new court to the world tomorrow afternoon. Lamb has her second three of the day.
Really good shot there from Lamb, just answering the call there and, making the basket and really doing a good job of also facilitating the offense as well.
Foul called, waiting to see if it's on Huber or Lippick. It's on Huber on the backside.
Yeah, I came a little late on the pass there. I think got her on the arm, but did a good job of trying to close down, just a hair late.
With 3 minutes and 11 seconds left in this game, the most points the Titans have scored this season as a team is 94 down in San Antonio against Trinity. That game required an extra 5 minutes. That mark very much within reach.
Definitely. The Titans just have been so efficient this afternoon, and so I think, again, even this group taking good shots, moving the basketball, certainly giving themselves opportunities.
They're 35 of 63 from the floor today.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about, a key to the game for them. That was the first time against Milliken that they had been over 50% in quite a while. And so when this team's playing that well, sharing the basketball, making shots inside and from the three-point line, they're already hard to beat. They're just becoming more difficult.
Martin off the side.
Really good rebound there by Lippick, and another offensive opportunity here.
Lippick, pocket pick for the moment, no possession, 10 on the shot clock, back doors open.
Really good cuts the last two possessions there by the Titans. The Thunder are overplaying the passing lanes and just doing a really good job of not getting rushed and still running what they need to and finding the back doors.
First points of the day for Peyton Jacob. Jenna Hunter, too short. Second go. Wheaton with a third opportunity for now. Tussle on the floor. Quick whistle and a tie-up. Arrow favors Illinois Wesleyan. It's exactly what you expect the official to do with a $136 in a game that's out of hand.
Yeah, and Hunter slid behind there, just couldn't finish. And, Wesleyan was able to get the basketball and force the tie-up here. Again, just done a really nice job, though, on both ends. This group has the last 7 minutes of sticking to what they should be doing offensively and defensively. Martha
Lippick checks out, 4 points, 2 rebounds. Epps' three is blocked by Trumbach. Trumbach, layup rolls.
Yeah, really good run there on a nice finish. See if the Titans can get a better offensive possession here.
The field goal will be the most points scored by this squad this year.
Thought Lamb was going to pull the trigger there, but kept it.
Instead, it's Mackenzie Huber, long two. Rebounded by Martin.
Good offensive possession there. Lamb could have shot it, threw it inside, a good inside out, and you're happy with that offensive possession even though you didn't get the basket.
Out of bounds. Titans get it back. It's about running actions, design sets at this point.
Yeah, and I think we kind of talked about this group doing a good job of just staying true to who they are, but playing within what you should be, moving the basketball, not just trying to take shots because you want to take a shot. And they've been rewarded and have been really successful.
Titans have to take a shot. Zeps turns it over. 2-on-1 for the Thunder if they hurry. Knocked out of bounds, stays with Wheaton. Shot clock will be off following this possession.
Yeah, really good hustle there by Huber, though, tracking it down to the backside. And Thunder here with one more offensive possession probably of the game.
Trumbach against Lamb. Rebounded by Myers. We'll see what Coach Smith does. Told Lamb to call it off. Instead, it's Jacob down low, blocked out of bounds. And now Coach Smith will relay the message to her 5 on the floor. Just get the ball in, get it towards half court, and melt the clock.
Yeah, and that's just a situational awareness there. You know, sometimes you just got to understand where you're at and the score. And but Lamb was just playing the game, not doing anything, malicious or anything there. And I think the official kind of helped them out by not calling the foul either.
Clock runs out, and it's another pink zone victory for the green and white.
Yeah, really good afternoon here for the Titans on both ends of the floor, and a special day, and they played like that. And, I know definitely made Coach Smith really proud this afternoon.
And it's not just everything that's going on outside the court, but on the floor. This was you could say it's a complete game by the Titans. We say that a lot, but for me at least, this was a complete game from every single player that touched the floor in terms of running sets, in terms of being efficient, and in terms of playing good basketball. We've seen some sloppy finishes from both the rotation and the bench so far this season, but we just didn't see that today.
No, not at all. I think, like you said, definitely probably one of their most complete games, if not the most complete game of the year. Really good on both ends of the court. Shared the basketball, and that was every player that participated in the game. And just what a great afternoon for them, and another win in the win column.
Taking a look at some leading scorers before our post-game interviews. Ava Bartik, the leader with 19, Powers with 17, Huber with 12, Katie Knutson with 10. For Wheaton, only player in double figures, Annika Richardson with 12. The pink zone game, so we're waiting to see. Looks like we'll get a speech from Coach Smith. Just got to get her the microphone. SPA announcer Bennett Alcine hands her the mic.
Day for us, the pink zone event. A really special thank you to Minnie McCluskey, who has been working her rear end off all week to sell our shirts, bring more flowers, options, and letting me thank you. I know that at some point in time, every person in this arena has been affected by cancer, whether it hit you personally or it hit somebody that you knew yourself, okay? So we'd like for you at this time for everybody to sit down, and if you are a cancer survivor, the Wheaton team and our men's basketball team and our girls are going to present flowers for encouragement and hope. And thank you everybody for your support, continued support. We appreciate it.
If you are a cancer survivor, please stand.
Just goes to show you sometimes it's just bigger than the game. Bigger than basketball, bigger than the score, bigger than any milestone, any stat, storyline that we talk about. Some things are just bigger.
Yeah, and I think what a cool way to honor survivors. It's a battle that you never go through alone, and to be recognized for that is certainly special.
We'll take a quick timeout. Maya Smith and Mallory Powers when we come back on IWSports.com.
For the Titans of Illinois Wesleyan.
Back at the Shirk Center in Bloomington, Matt Sossler, Brittany Carper, and our player of the game, player of the week, Mallory Powers, here on the post-game show. Mallory, another stout outing, double-double on Wednesday, and then today finishing, I'll give you the stat line, you got 19 points. You pick up your 500th rebound as a Titan. Walk me through your game, your week, just all of a sudden everything's clicking.
Yeah, so I think one major thing, again, that we've been talking about is more aggressive on the R&J and more aggressive defensively. And so I think when we have that aggression on defense and we're all on the same page, it leads to our offense. And, we're getting out and running. We're hitting, from full court. We're getting a look-ahead pass. I mean, one of the favorite parts of the game was me throwing it to Ava for a layup and to Sawyer. I mean, we always have an outlet, but we're so good in the primary break, and it's so fun when everybody is clicking and everything is clicking for us right now, and I think we're playing really good basketball right now.
Today was a team game. I said it was probably the best game that you all have played all year. Talk about the team aspect for a little bit.
Yeah, so, I mean, we all have so much confidence in each other, and we always say it doesn't matter who's going to be the leading scorer of the night. It just matters if we're going to pull off the win or not. So, I think it's a big part to see this dynamic, balanced scoring. We have, 4 people in double digits, and all of our bench almost scored. So I think that's great, and I think that's one of the best things about this team. We're so dynamic, and we have so many threats on any given night.
Talk a little bit about your versatility, Mallory. You had 7 assists, 6 rebounds. You were 5 and 9 from the 3. Just talk about how important that is and how you really utilize that out on the basketball court.
Yeah, so I always have been taught, I'm a bigger guard, a 5'10", and I've always been loving to rebound because I love when I can get an outlet pass to my teammates. And, rebounding is all about effort and the willingness to do so, and I love doing that. I love doing it for my team, and I love coming out here and performing every single day, but it feels good to be able to get that 3-ball going again and 3-ball going as a team again.
Something that was virtually extinct over the holidays, and it's come back just at the right time. Before I let you go, this game, with it being Alumni Day, Pink Zone, means so much more outside of the white lines. Take me through that and what it means to the program.
Oh, man. I mean, this is one of the best days I think that I've ever walked into on this campus. Obviously Coach Smith, 13 years of cancer-free, and, it means so much to her, and I think that we take this game to heart just as much as she does. She put up a great fight, so on this day specifically, and any given day, we're going to fight for her more than importantly. So, it's a very touching day and an awesome day, and I'm so glad that we were able to win and pull it out for her, and hopefully it was a special day for her.
A special day indeed on all fronts at the Shirk Center. Mallory Powers, thanks so much for the time.
Thank you so much.
We'll take a quick timeout. Coach Smith when we come back on IWSports.com.
Probably the best all-around.
Back in Bloomington for our post-game segment with head coach Maya Smith, Matt Sossler alongside Brittany Carper. You were just talking about how this was a lot better, maybe even the best of the year. Take me through it.
Definitely the best of the year 2025. Actually looked like how we were playing at the very beginning of the year. I thought we played free and just very much in rhythm and very confident. And, you know, Matt, I know the girls know how much this game means to me, and I can see how much it means to them. And I think, I'm not trying to be selfish or bring any attention to myself, but it just feels so good that they play so hard for this game, for the overall cause of it. And, you know, we had our moms in our locker room before the game and said a prayer for our moms and the support that they've given us, and you could just tell it was the perfect start to this day.
Keeping with that, this game obviously means a lot to the team, a lot to you. To play like this on this day and then hopefully carrying that into the future, how important is that springboard?
It's tremendously important. I mean, it's a springboard for us. I love the way we have bounce in our step at this point in the season. We don't look fatigued. We are really paying attention to detail. Coach Kate Bowman did an excellent job. This was her prep, and she really had the girls on all edges. She knew exactly what we needed to do. And another thing, if I could point out, I loved our bench play tonight. Our bench was outstanding, I thought. 36 points, I think, total.
Yeah, you actually just kind of took my next segment there. I thought the last 7 minutes was the best that group collectively has played, really all year, I would say. How important is that for your team going forward? Just not even necessarily this year, but in the future too, just getting those valuable minutes.
Yeah, well, what you saw out here today is what we see every day in practice because they have to go against those starters. So they're always prepared. But exactly what you said, Britt, is what I said to them in that timeout. This is the best this group has played. Let's keep this up. And we can still work a little bit more on our defense with that group, but the way they shoot the ball, their confidence. I love Liv Myers. I love Luigi Lamb. I love Martha Lippick. I just thought they all looked so good in there today. Happy for them.
I don't need heroes. I need you to go out there and do your job. It was a message to this team earlier in practice when at that point you thought you could be very thin heading into this game. You talked about how the bench performed, but how did they exemplify that adage in this game?
They knew going in that they were going to have to be a part of this game. We had talked to Martha. You know, we wanted to make sure we stayed out of foul trouble, and kudos to my girls. They did that because if we'd have been in foul trouble, this game could have had a different feel to it maybe. But I love the way we paid attention to the game plan, and the bench did exactly what they had to do. Even Sarah Bally, Katie Knudsen played a heck of a game.
Yeah, she was really good tonight. You kind of touched on, the second time through, Kate Bowman, was her scout. How much of a difference did you guys, feel like you made changes, or did you just kind of play more to what you wanted to do the first time?
Yeah.
Kind of touch on that.
Yeah, so in the game up there, we missed a lot of easy layups. And so I think, we came out and we hit those threes, and just the confidence in the way the threes left their hands. Mallory Powers, every shot she took, she thought she was making. And that's how you should do it. That's how every player should shoot the ball. I'm so happy for him.
Yeah.
You mentioned Mallory Powers, a career week, set a career high on Wednesday, nearly eclipsed that today, got her 500th rebound. The milestones are just falling for her. Walk me through her performance.
Oh, that's great. I love that girl. I love them all. But she's such a special girl, raised by such special parents. We've got such a supportive parent group. Our parents are just, they're incredible. And to see how their children, their girls, react to pressure. 18-0, there's pressure, and they're handling it. And the reason why they handle it is because of their backgrounds, how they're raised. And it's just, we talk about, a lot of coaches talk about developing their culture. We recruit our culture, and thank goodness.
Yeah, you just kind of again touched on it. You're at 18-0. How much is that talked about, or are you just a one-game basis? You guys know it's there, obviously. I think with such a veteran group, they understand what's at hand. But the second time through the conference, surely that's becoming more and more just kind of your mindset going forward.
Absolutely. It's still a one game at a time, and I'll be honest, I think the girls are doing it almost perfectly. I don't think that they could probably even tell you who our next game is. They can probably tell you that we have a bye game on Wednesday. So that's what they could probably tell you. But they're doing a great job and staying so in tune to what's at practice, what's in front of them. The prep, the film work. Like in film, I used to see kids sleeping. They'd fall asleep during film, but not now. I mean, their eyeballs are glued on and their ears are listening. It's an impressive place to be.
Matt Sossler, Brittany Carper, head coach Maya Smith. You mentioned you got the bye that feels much needed. You usually don't say that about a second cycle bye that falls play day 2. However, naturally, there are a lot of health illnesses navigating everybody. How important is it to get this bye and just get right for the home stretch?
Came at a really good time. We've got an injury with Laura Malum. We've had some sickness. We have one out with walking pneumonia. One had influenza A. We're just all trying to stay as healthy as we can. So it is a great time. And if I can, got to shout out to my Grandma Felina. Hi, Grandma Felina.
Always a joy with Coach Smith, especially on a day like today, getting it done on the court and a fantastic atmosphere and effort off the court as well with Pink Zone and Alumni Day. Coach, thanks so much. We'll talk soon.
Thanks, Matt. Thanks, Britt.
Thanks.
We'll wrap up the program right after this on IWSports.com.
Berg drives one in the air to center field. This is down for a base hit. The Titans are going to win the ball game. Ethan Berg walks it off, and the Titans storm all the way back with 9 runs in their last 2 innings. They win it tonight 13-12.
Wrapping up at Shirk Center, Matt Sossler alongside Brittany Carper before Eric Stock and Joel Swanson take the mic for the Titan men against the Thunder. Brittany, real quick, your overall thoughts on this ballgame?
Another impressive outing by the Titans. We talked about it multiple times this afternoon. Just a complete performance by them. Definitely some momentum going into the bye, which you like. Get a few players healthy. But, they were definitely ready for the second half of the conference. And like Coach Smith, 1 game at a time from here on out, but a really impressive afternoon.
The Titan women improved to 9-0 in conference play. Wheaton continues to slip back. Eric and Joel on the other side. For the Titan men, my thanks to the entire athletic communications department and Katie Gonzalez, our streaming crew, Tyler Wilson, our producer and director, and for Brittany Carper, I'm Matt Sossler. The Titan men when we come back on IWSports.com.